by Nancy. I'm joined by the human highlight reel, NBA Hall of Famer, Dominique Wilkins, and happy birthday, Dominique.
Thank you. 37 today, guys. Appreciate it. Expecting all gifts early.
I wanted to talk to Dominique. Your great career all around, but obviously a phenomenal dunker. One of my favorites. I love looking at on YouTube. You over Bob Lanier in 1984. Can you describe that play, and did Bob ever start talking to you again?
Well, what happened, clock running down, it's at the end of the game. And so when I caught the ball on the block, I had a smaller guy on me at the time. So I went to the middle, and they closed me off. So I came back baseline, and I jumped, and I believe I closed my eyes because Bob Lanier kind of covered the rim with both hands. But I kept going up, and he was coming down, and a little glimmer of daylight opened up, and I said, I got it.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and when I dunked that ball, he just looked at me all the way down the court. And he didn't speak to me for 9 years. And so after I retired, he said, I just started liking you again. I said, well, why you stop speaking? He said, because when I went home and my daughter said, how do you let that little skinny kid do that to you? He said, I hated you. Okay.
It's a fantastic story. You were a great in-game dunker and a slam dunk competition dunker as well. You don't see that often. Great in-game dunkers and then slam dunk competition. 88. Take us through that dunk contest, which is one of the greatest of all time.
Well, you know what? Michael would probably tell you the same thing. We did dunks in a dunk contest. We did in games. We never worked on that. We never went in the gym, practiced that stuff. We really didn't. And it's kind of set up for two great athletes to go head-to-head. And I still said there's no dunk contest probably in history that rivals that because of the makeup of the type of players who was doing it. And you had two great athletes going head-to-head and who wanted to know who the best was.
Yeah, and we saw that years with Larry Bird and the matchup in the postseason. Well, it's the 30-year anniversary of you guys in that fantastic battle head-to-head with Larry Bird.
You know what? Sometimes I try to forget that game, but people just won't let me forget it. I mean, it was one of the greatest games.
It was.
In the seventh game that ever played in the playoffs. It was just two guys matching each other's will. And it was just one of those type of games that you couldn't blink or you would miss something. I mean, Larry Bird was an amazing player.
What's the biggest, great players, then, great players now, you've been able to see the game evolve. What's the biggest difference in the game when you played?
Well, the eras are different, and I tell people all the time, we had our time, there's these guys' time to do what they do. But what made the eras different is that the physicality of the league and how big these guys were and talented. I mean, that combination of flares made it very, very difficult to win on the road a lot of times. But it was a wonderful time to be a part of basketball.
I'll get your thoughts on the Nets before we wrap up. I know you're very familiar with Coach Kenny Atkinson and what he's doing in Brooklyn.
He got his guys playing hard, and I've always loved Kenny Atkinson as a coach. A great guy. Couldn't be more happier for him. He got a young team. Guys are still learning how to play. But, everything takes time. And that team, they're going to battle you. They're going to come out and play hard. So you can never take a team like that for granted.
Should be a good game tonight. Always good talking to you, Nick.
Oh, pleasure.
And happy birthday to you again.
Thank you, man.